overall Zen Academy team. And I know that you have some unique thoughts about community powered entertainment and what that might look like from a game perspective. And as we are publishing this, I know that you're going to be having a big announcement. So I'm going to let you kind of tell us a little bit about it, what you are working on and launching. And
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great.
So I think this kind of realization that NFTs need inherent community support, which I think most in Web3 understands, right? And most successful artists that have created NFTs and really been successful in the space have built communities first. That is inherent to the spirit of Web3. And that realization led me and the team to kind of really focus on gaming, because gaming is the richest form of community entertainment or interaction, right? So if you're going to build these common areas where people can go in and interact with each other, if you have some gamified aspects of it, then they'll really entertain each other, and they can, you know, uh, maybe play multiplayer games against each other. And that kind of realization led us to essentially launching what we're launching uh, actually today when the episode goes live. It's a new division called Gojira Labs, which is dedicated to game. It's a game studio that builds Web3 games. Now, here's the thing: with Gojira Labs, we are not bringing NFTs to games, which a lot of people have tried. It doesn't work.
Continue to try. Yeah.
Yeah, and they continue to try. We are bringing games to NFTs. It's a big difference. A lot of the gaming space, which I am a big believer that gamers stand to gain the most from Web3 and in this decentralized ethos and ownership of their digital assets. But they're rightly so tired of being monetized. Okay, they've gone through every monetization scheme there is, and now they see NFTs and they think, okay, so you just want to monetize me further, right? It's just a new way to monetize me. Like I don't want that.
I already buy your gold. I don't want that.
Exactly. So, in the case of Gojira Labs and the game that we're building, which is very exciting, we're actually bringing utility and entertainment to the most popular PFP NFT collections, and it's through something that we've incubated in house called an Animatronic NFT. And I'm very, very proud and excited about it because you think of a PFP NFT, and I'll use a Bored Ape as an example. A holder of a Bored Ape has this thing to they can show it off, and it's an amazing piece of IP. I'm not detracting from it at all, but it is static, right? With animatronic NFTs, an owner of a Bored Ape will be able to spawn an animatronic NFT, and only they can spawn their animatronic NFT, and it'll carry the same traits from the metadata. And the beauty is that our technology allows you to build out the full character. We have this skeletal structure that we call Guji, which is this gooey kind of skeleton. It's very cool. You'll see the assets when we go live, but it's a very flexible skeletal structure that extrapolates the rest of the character, right? And fairly accurately, I'll say. And it allows you to actually have mobility of the NFT. So what you end up with is an animatronic NFT that's associated with the NFT itself, but it's a full body version of it, and it's designed so that in the game engine it will actually build out and it will be it's something that you can animate and something that you can actually use. So all that to say, the PFP collections are about to get a lot more interesting because we're going to have a Bored Ape fight a punk. That's going to happen. Like it needs to happen, and we're the ones who are going to bring it to life with the product that we're building. So we're very excited about that.
I love that. I love that. And so I guess you're giving people the ability to I mean, one of the big driving factors in PFPs is that people are considering it part of their identity,
Hmm.
right? They see themselves as their Bored Ape or their Dead Fella or their Crypto Bean. Those are these cute little guys right here in my background, because of whether it's the community or the characteristics around it. Like I have a Dead Fella that has a vest, right? And I consider myself a tech bro, right? Like I fully embrace that. And that's why I picked that one. And so there's just certain aspects that people use around the identity layer, but then you're taking it a step further and you're saying, hey, if you really want to be this person, you should be able to be an avatar of that person and customize it to an extent that truly reflects who you are. It honestly reminds me of the one game that I've been able to sustain playing on Oculus, which is mini golf. Because of the social aspect. I can play with my friends in New York, LA, and Miami at the same time.
Right.
And I can tell when they bend over, when they just missed a shot, or when they jump up in the air, when they made a great shot. And you're doing the game, but really I'm there because I'm hanging out with my friends.
Right. Exactly.
And that's community powered entertainment, in my opinion. So where will people be using these characters? Are you also creating that, or are you relying on partnerships or integrations, or how's that going to work?
So at the launch, we're launching one game, which is a running game, but we do have other game concepts in the pipeline. We do want to hear from anyone who wants to partner and integrate, because I think it needs to scale. And so we would love to collaborate with others, that's for sure. But at the start, we're hoping to, first of all these PFP communities have great communities. All these PFP projects have great communities. That's one thing they've done really well, is foster the sense of community, the successful projects at least. And the beauty of it is that they're like sports teams. They're very tribal. They've got their own ethos, and you love it, right? They're their own little ecosystems. Well, guess what? I want to pit each ecosystem against the other in a playful, really fun way. I want to see which ecosystem, ranks highest in the scoreboard. There is this inherent desire to utilize the community and the the NFTs themselves to get some entertainment out of it. And I think we'll be able to do that with the game that we're building. And very critically, the wonderful thing about animatronic NFTs is once you spawn it, you could use it in many different games. It's not like it's just specific to that game. No, you could use this in many different games. And if somebody builds a social platform or a metaverse of sorts, I know that's not a great word nowadays, but still let's call it a metaverse of sorts.
Yeah.
That has animatronic NFT compatibility, you'll just be able to connect your wallet and have your character right there. That's the beauty of it, is you have portability and interoperability with these animatronic NFTs, and you have mobility of the character. That means you can play it in a game, or you could just interact with your friends. And I mean, personally, I'm looking forward to the fight game. So at first, we're going to be launching with a running game where you'll literally be able to race your friends, your PFP NFT friends. And then we have a fight game where you'll literally be able to fight one versus the other, which is going to be awesome.
Sounds like Mario Party a little bit. I love that.
And then we also are looking at other, games like poker, etc. So yeah, it'll be very fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the communities that have lasted have been on this journey of like, how do we get out of a typing relationship, inside a Discord and get people to interact? And personally, I am one of your biggest advocates because I hate typing. I whenever I meet somebody, I'm like, hey, do you want to get on a video call? You want to chat? And I know in this space, sometimes that can be forbidden because of the pseudonymity or anonymity associated with who people are. But I just find it so much more engaging to sit there and have a conversation while talking to people as opposed to typing. I feel like I lose some of what's up here to when I translate it down to the keyboard. So that sounds awesome.
I mean, I think I believe it will definitely strengthen the community sense and spirit to be able to just compete against each other,
Yeah. In a playful way.
In a playful way. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Well, I'm excited. I'm glad that you're launching this now, and I think as you engage with all these different communities, like happy to support you in any way I can because I want to see something like this succeed because it's building sustainable relationships,
Hmm.
right? It's playing the long term game, which I don't feel like I mean, some people can. I do have some friends that have built long term great relationships inside of Discord solely.
Hmm.
Right, like never having talked in other ways, but for people selfishly like myself, that like are looking for like that more interactive kind of like in the background kind of playing the game but also socializing with people, like I feel like that'll just add a ton of value.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you we launched a beta under Blokhaus. We launched a beta game called Bloxer, and you could actually see it online. It's live. It's one level, and it's really it's meant to be a funny game where you fight against a rug puller. That's the boss level. So the boss character. So, and one of the players that you can select is a were-doge. So a doge that's like a werewolf, like a hunchback like werewolf. It's really hilarious stuff. We launched it, and I helped like actually get the game off the ground, and I have not defeated the rug puller.
You have
I've not
not
been able to.
defeated the rug puller. What are you doing on
No,
this interview, man? Get in there, let's beat that rug puller.
I have not defeated it, and yet most in my team have like the highest score. I'm like, how are you doing it? Because I've seen how the game is built. I've looked at all the mechanics of it, and I still haven't done it. So, that's the beauty of it. Some people are just really good at games, and some are not. And